Chapter 25. Our Constitution. A constitution is a fundamental law of a country which reflects the fundamental principles on which the government of that country is based. Constitution lays down the framework and prime function of various organs of the government. Formation of our Constitution. The Constitution of India was framed by the Constituent Assembly that was set up under the Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946. The Constituent Assembly consisted of 389 members. 13 committees were set up for framing the Constitution. On the basis of the reports of these committees, a draft of the Constitution was prepared by a 7-member drafting committee under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It took the Constituent Assembly 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to complete the task. The Constitution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly of India on 26 November 1949. However, it came into effect on 26 January 1950, a day selected for its historical significance. Features of our Constitution. In order to give the people of India the best possible Constitution, the framers of our Constitution studied and incorporated the best features of various constitutions of the world. The fundamental rights and the federal form of government were adopted from the Constitution of USA. The parliamentary system of government and single citizenship were adopted from the Constitution of UK. The directive principles of state policy were adopted from the Constitution of Ireland. The 5-year plans and fundamental duties were adopted from the Constitution of the former USSR. The Preamble. Indian Constitution begins with an introduction called the Preamble, which states the ideals that the nation should follow. It states the aims and objectives of the Constitution. It thus depicts the hopes and aspirations of the people of India. Every government must keep the main principles of our Constitution in mind while framing the laws. Let us read about some such principles. Sovereignty. Sovereignty refers to the freedom to govern oneself within a territory and to be free from any external control. All Indians are free to govern themselves and to make laws. There should be no external interference of any kind in the functioning of the government. Socialism. Indian Constitution provides social equality to all its citizens. Under social equality, everyone must have equal status and opportunities. Economic equality refers to equitable distribution of wealth and a decent standard of living for all. Secularism. India is a secular country. This means that there will be no state religion. All religions will be treated equally. The Constitution also guarantees the right to freedom of religion as a fundamental right. Democracy. Democracy refers to the government wherein people have the power to vote and elect their representatives to the government. These representatives then make laws on behalf of the people. In India, citizens who are 18 years old and above have the right to vote. This is known as universal adult franchise. Federalism. India as a federal nation means the country is governed by more than one level of government, that is, at the center and at the state. The president is the head of our country. The prime minister heads the government at the center, and the parliament makes laws for the country. Democratic Republic. India is a democratic republic. A democratic republic refers to a government chosen by the people. The term republic means that the head of the state shall not be a hereditary head, but will be chosen by the people through an election. In a republican form of government, the head is elected for a certain period of time. Fundamental rights. Rights which are considered essential or fundamental for the well-being of a person are called fundamental rights. They play a vital role in all-round development of a person. The fundamental rights are enshrined in Part 3 of our Constitution. Let us read about the 6 fundamental rights. Right to equality. All the citizens of our country are equal before law. This right is discussed in Articles 14 to 18 of Indian Constitution. No one will be discriminated against on the grounds of religion, race, castes, sex, or place of birth. Right to freedom. Freedom is the very essence of democracy. That is why our Constitution has guaranteed various kinds of freedom to the citizen of India, which are discussed in Articles 19 to 22 of the Constitution. Our Constitution guarantees 6 different freedoms to promote the ideal of liberty mentioned in the preamble. All citizens have the right to freedom of speech and expression, assemble peacefully and without arms, form associations and unions, move freely throughout the territory of India, reside and settle in any part of India, practice any profession and carry on any occupation, trade or business. Right against exploitation. Articles 23 to 24 abolish buying and selling of humans as well as all forms of forced labor. They also prohibit employing of children below the age of 14. Right to freedom of religion. Articles 25 to 28 of the Constitution deal with the freedom of religions and define India as a secular country. This implies that all religions are equal before the law. There is no state religion. Every citizen of India has right to follow and propagate any religion. Cultural and educational rights. India has a diverse culture and language. Each community possesses rich literary and artistic traditions. Articles 29 to 30 of our Constitution state that everyone has the right to develop and preserve his or her culture. Right to constitutional remedies. Article 32 of our Constitution safeguards our fundamental right by granting us the right to constitutional remedies. It is possible that the government may, on certain occasions, violate our fundamental rights. The right to constitutional remedies protects the citizen against any such violation. Directive Principles of State Policy. Part 4 of our Constitution contains guidelines given to the government to ensure the welfare of the people. These guidelines are called Directive Principles. These principles are directives to promote a just social order. The importance of these principles can be judged from the fact that the Supreme Court has referred to them as the conscience of the Constitution. It is essential that the government follows these principles in administrative and legislative law-making matters. Fundamental duties. Rights and duties go hand in hand. People will understand the value of rights only if they are under the obligation to perform certain duties. For this purpose, the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 added some responsibilities to our Constitution called the Fundamental Duties.